Alright, so I'm getting set up here for Octodad. If you're set up a couple of the donation bid wars and incentives coming up. So first thing here, we have Twilight Princess file name. In the lead we have Iwata with a dominating $1,849.10. Lunk is second at $253. I think we've already decided that one for the most part. After that we have file name for Borderlands as well as the Sugar Wrath glitch. So bid war for that is still ongoing, and the glitch incentive has not been met yet. It's about halfway there, with just over $1,000 out of 2,000 done. And as you guys know, we are Summer Games Done Quick. We're here to benefit Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders is an international medical humanitarian organization providing aid in nearly 70 countries to people whose survival is threatened by violence, neglect, or catastrophe, primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, exclusion from healthcare, natural disasters, or malnutrition. MSF provides independent, impartial assistance to those most in need. MSF reserves the right to speak out, to bring attention to neglected crises, to challenge inadequacies or abuse of the aid system, and to advocate for improved medical treatments and protocol. In 1999, MSF was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for its work.
Okay, you got it. Whenever, count on down.
Okay. So I will give you a countdown. All right, so 3, 2, 1, start. All right, so this is Octodad Dadliest Catch Co-op. I'm the blue side, Geoff is the red side. It's very different to control it with 2 people, more than 1. In 1-player mode, you can only have control of 1 arm, while in 2-player mode, you have control of both arms.
That's a trick called arm flying. Super simple physics stuff, don't worry about it.
It's a lot easier in co-op to arm fly faster.
Yeah.
Also in co-op, the legs don't move like simultaneously, so one person has to like let off and the other person has to go. So
something else I figured out is that my arm will let go of objects more than Geoff's arm will, making it a little bit difficult. Okay. So there's a little trick here that we discovered recently, me and Jono. You throw a banana and it can hit Cthulhu and knock that down at the same time that cutscene goes. It's a little difficult to get timing-wise, but it's a lot easier in 1-player mode.
All right, Dad. Let's
So here we're going to put on a tie.
He doesn't want to wear the tie. Okay, all right. He wanted to get dressed finally. There we go.
All right. Run everything. This is a totally normal wedding. Everything's
I wanted
fine.
the hat.
It's worth noting that this run is done on easy, which means that you
So
don't get
handsome.
any suspicion for knocking stuff over.
You give her the wedding ring that's the size of her wrist,
Wedding
And hey,
bracelet.
we're married.
and you skip this, and just go straight into the next level.
So home is arguably the
Worst level.
well,
One
not
of the worst
worst.
levels.
It's probably the funniest to play. And my arm just got stuck on the door. That's cool. All right.
Because of the low physics and the high sensitivity, your arms and legs can get stuck into almost anything, making the run a little difficult at times.
Not the toaster.
Dad, grab the milk. No, okay. You give Stacy the milk, and for some reason, she can't get it herself.
Oh,
Stacy,
the
coffee? Hello?
there we go. Just how I like it, and you throw the coffee in my face.
All right, so
Nothing wakes me up better than that.
no burger.
Who is trying to
If you have 2 burgers kind of in the same place, you can proxy them to the other side of the level.
That's not good. You don't want that.
is not exactly
Not
Optimal.
optimal strats.
that was the salt shaker, not the burger.
Sorry, we just hit Tommy with the ketchup.
It's okay, he'll be fine. Don't worry
So the
about it.
basic premise of the game is you get married, then do chores around your house, and all of a sudden a chef shows up, and he's trying to attack you and kill you and call you an octopus.
But we're clearly not an octopus. Like, I don't know what he's talking about.
All right, mowing is arguably the worst part of this entire game
Well,
Especially on low physics. and high
because the
sensitivity.
low physics make it so you don't grab onto objects too well,
so worst or
so you
best?
can fling the lawnmower when you're just trying to run.
I think it's the best part of the run.
Dad?
Oh, okay.
There we
All
go.
right, well, I don't
Dad?
think mowing your leg was what you were supposed to do there. But you tried, and that's what matters.
Dad? Hello?
Okay. Just disrespecting all of the surroundings there.
It's fine. This way.
Some of my army are still buried there. Rest their souls.
This way?
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
In single player, this is a little bit easier.
Bodies lying all over the house.
Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so over here, we're going to try something. Geoff's going to hold on to the axe, and I'm going to hold on to the wood. And if you have it in a
Nope,
certain
there
way,
we
you
go.
can dupe the item.
Yeah, there we go. So we got
Making
it
it
right
a little bit, whoa, okay.
Okay.
Sometimes the camera angle doesn't cooperate with you, and you can't see anything you're doing. So here's the chef. He thinks you're an octopus. He's trying to suck you up in the lawnmower, and you're going to fling some gnomes in his lawnmower so he doesn't get you.
You know, I'm not, like an OSHA inspector, but that doesn't seem pretty safe. That doesn't seem safe.
You skip a lot of cutscenes in here, so I'm going to kind of explain the story as we go along. So somehow your wife and children didn't see any of that happen, and now they want to take you to the aquarium, but you don't want to go, so she tricks you into going grocery shopping first.
This is a trick called pizza skip. It doesn't actually skip the pizza, it skips the freezers. It really should be called freezer skip.
And handled remotely.
Basically, you have to kind of abuse the physics and shove your arm into here and grab the pizza, and it breaks the door, but it's a little difficult. There we go.
There we go. We got it.
Leg. My leg. There we go. All right, so you go over the top to grab the Sports Johnson cereal so you do not fall down and activate a woman's cutscene. What a great camera angle.
Oh man, this is just wonderful.
Okay, there we go. Now your leg. Okay. My arm.
You got it. Oh, okay. Maybe
Legs.
you don't got it.
Okay, there we go. There's certain cycles you want to get, but in co-op, it's definitely a bit hard to get. Your leg.
My leg did not want to cooperate there.
So yeah, in case you couldn't tell, this game is pretty
I
difficult.
wanted the
to
Dr.
control.
Pepper.
For certain objects, like the ring earlier and this apple, if you stick your arm straight up, it'll auto go to the item you're supposed to get, so we use that in certain objects. Dad.
Just step in for one moment here. So we have a $500 donation from Young Horses 24 to shout out to misskaddykins, Geoff, and Epic Tossed. We appreciate y'all and every other speedrunner doing what they do for this rad cause. We're also super glad you continue to play our silly game. Good luck on the rest of the marathon. Let's go over 1 million this year. Much love, Young Horses.
Yeah.
That definitely deserves a
Dad?
multiple rounds of applause.
This isn't a silly game. This is a completely normal game.
So if you guys don't know, Young Horses are the creators of this game.
I choose Gerbston because I can't get enough of Soda City.
So here you pause and load the checkpoint, so you skip Scarlet talking. This will be used a few times later on as well. It just saves a few seconds in skipping things.
Very
There
good
we go.
checkout.
All right, I will explain this next trick if we get it. This is a little difficult. You basically, long story short, you're gonna proxy forward.
If there is no if.
So this guy's gonna walk up and you're gonna wait for him. You're gonna move your legs over and you kinda wanna go like this, and so the ticket's gonna come up and it's gonna fling you forward like
There
that.
we go.
Very nice.
Give me that.
Whirl of kelp.
No comment on that.
All right, so we're gonna do another trick here, and then I'll simultaneously explain both of those tricks because the level after this is basically an auto-scroller. So we're gonna fling ourselves up here, hit the checkpoint,
There we
and go
go.
back down.
So you know
Skipping the entirety of this level.
So you know you got that when Tommy says, "This is for your own good." And, hello?
Legs?
Legs?
Okay. So for the ticket skip, there are two different tickets. One ticket comes up, and the ticket that the guy grabs is different than the ticket that came up first. So you are trying to occupy the same space as the ticket, and the ticket basically proxies you out of the way.
More like-
Most of the time, it can fling you forward like that. Sometimes it'll fling you underground. One time I got flung under the toilet into the secret level. One time I got flung into arcade. Like, it can fling you pretty much anywhere.
More like octopi, the same area.
Fly. There you go. So we fly here because it's a little bit faster than walking.
Flying is usually faster than running.
And it's a lot easier to fly with co-op than not with co-op.
Yeah. Although you can't fly if there's enough grabbable objects around, so it's kind of limiting to where you can fly.
And you can also not fly, you can fly on every difficulty, but you have to fly on low physics. You cannot fly on any physics otherwise.
When you're flying, you're holding the use button, so that's why if there are too many grabbable objects, you can't fly, because then you just grab whatever's around you on the floor.
This dance is predetermined, so if you have it memorized, you can basically go where all the steps are and get it as soon as it pops up. It usually takes around 56 seconds. So in this level, we're leading Stacy around because she found this level, and it's all dark, and she's scared, and apparently does not know how to get herself out, so we have to help her.
And unfortunately, she's very slow. She doesn't realize this is a speed run, so she takes a while to get where you want her to go.
Just want to step in for a second. We have an $850 donation from Main Menu. Saying, we love you, Rachel. Thank you for being a great member of Main Menu.
Next level.
We hope all the run goes well, and thank you to everyone at SGDQ for working so hard to set up an amazing event.
All right, so back there, the reason why you want to give Stacy the shaky light is because in other difficulties other than easy, if you get seen by that guy, you die. Oh, we've got two plugs at the same time.
Oh, the strats.
So these plugs are in a predetermined order. The back two go on the same side. The front two, you have to switch the sides.
My leg.
So this is a giant scary fish, but you'll see that he's not actually a giant scary fishy. There, my leg is gonna go on this side. Your leg go this side. Other side. Other side. We might get it.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna do a thing here. You want to be in the loading part right before Stacy, which is why I moved my leg. Okay, it didn't work there, but you move your leg over so that you hit the thing before Stacy does, and it makes you go a little bit faster. Oh, this is difficult. Okay, just go back down to the end, and then fly back up.
There we go.
So here we fly. In single player, you don't fly because you only have control of one arm in single player.
Thank you for visiting the deep ocean.
So this makes more tricks easier in multiplayer because you have the use of both arms, so you can fly around a lot more and skip a few things. So Stacy takes forever to run up the escalators, even though they're doing the work for her, so you just fling yourself around here and wait for her.
The datacopter.
Sometimes you can just like put your arms out of the level. So this is arguably my least favorite level. There's so much that can go wrong in here. This is where I lose a lot of my time. We're gonna attempt a trick here. It might not work. It might. Okay, it did. So air hockey mat, you basically want to try him once, and you want to it's pretty random. You just fling it and hope it goes in, and if you win, air hockey mat cries and says that he's been training for so long.
One of the perks to playing on easy is you can cheat at all of the games.
Yep. You just steal the guy's basketball and play the game. He doesn't care.
Well, I think he cares kind of a lot.
So Geoff does this part because the left arm, for some reason, it stays grabbed on objects, but the right arm does not, so it makes it harder for me to do some of the things.
And a really interesting thing about the routing through this area is that there are some games you can sort of set into motion
Where's the
and
prize,
have them
Geoff?
complete themselves while other games are happening. And there
we
are
need to find
some
this prize.
other games you can complete while you're waiting for prizes to drop down.
Where's the prize?
I'm not sure where it went.
Did you? Oh dear. We broke it. Okay. We'll just do the backup strat. We need to do backup strats and stuff anyway.
I may have proxied the prize out of
The level? Oh no.
Maybe.
You actually didn't get air hockey mat. You
Oh.
scored on yourself.
Right. We didn't get air hockey mat, so I thought there were 2 prizes back there. Okay, that you just pretty much take and you fling as you're running and go up there and knock down as many of those things as you can in that little cutscene part.
And all of these have to be in the water, so even if they're like falling down, if they're not in the water, then it doesn't count.
And sometimes you can break that game. Oh, and the camera apparently.
Oh, okay.
Camera.
This is really, that's
Okay, there
good.
you go. You can break that game by getting one of the logs stuck where those fish are, and it'll go up where the fish go, and you can never complete that part of the game.
Remember when we were taking that cake decorating class?
Okay.
I've always
All right, so this is called Whack-A-Deal.
but I respect your privacy.
Sometimes, especially with my hand, this will go flying, like that. You want to get 4? I said 4. 4? There we go. All right.
So I stole a prize from the
That's it.
claw game because it's easier than playing it.
Yeah, you can steal the prize from the claw game. On other difficulties, you have to kind of play some of these games normally. On normal difficulty, you can get away with it.
My hands are full. Why don't you try to fix that?
All right, so we grab a prize here, we put it on there, and then while we're waiting for all the other prizes to come down, we put this prize on that part. And then it saves a little bit of time. Geoff likes to steal my prizes.
Hey man, they're my prizes.
So Scarlett doesn't like any of her prizes, and she wants you to fix the leaky tank, even though it's not your job.
Hey, there you go.
Stop stealing my prize!
I have wasted enough time here. I've got work to do.
So we have $20 from Aurora Ari. Says if Octodad went into medicine, he'd be a sturgeon.
I don't know what to
All
say.
right, so
after that.
here, instead of running the whole way up the stairs and running all around, we're gonna abuse flying again. So you wanna go up here on like the 3rd or 4th step, roughly, and then just fling your arms up against the wall and fly up the wall.
Octodad believes that he can fly.
And then you fling your leg over and hit the part of the cutscene.
Now, if you thought that was good,
If you thought that was good, wait till you see this. Oh, your leg.
Where's the captain?
there we go.
So you can fly over most of this
Camera.
level. And the camera doesn't like you sometimes. So you can just fly over all of this.
Okay, we're
And then you're at the
yeah.
part you need to be at.
And that's co-op only because of the way that
I got this.
The physics can be
Hello? Okay.
used.
So you want to turn the bolt on and fling that at the same time so that they kind of go hand in hand.
You're
All right,
supposed to
so this is a flashback, by the way. So basically, this is showing you why Chef is coming after you.
The captain.
There's a skip here. It's really hard to do in co-op. Basically, you don't want to touch the ground after Scarlet goes. You want to fling yourself to the right and then immediately use your other leg and fling yourself. And if you fling yourself and touch that part of the wood, it skips the Chef cutscene there. All right, this level's the best one to read donations on because I'm just going to mash for cycles.
Yeah.
The other person does not touch or it's going to screw up everything.
So if she messes up, it's on
It's
her.
on me.
All
I did
right.
nothing wrong.
So we have $7.89 from Manic Ascendant. It says, I don't understand this game. A perfectly normal father gets married, goes shopping, visits the aquarium. Seems very average and normal to me. Oh well, you seem to be having fun. This money goes to save the animals because it's better than having them eaten, right?
So there are certain cycles in this game. I don't ever get them consistently. It's kind of difficult.
I don't think anyone does.
There's a couple people, but so you want to kind of slow down the mashing here because you want to get in here between 37 and 38. So, and if you go a little too fast, like, okay, and then you're just going to hold down and then let go and you'll mash right through it.
That was pretty good.
And yet another difference between easy and the other difficulties is that you can mash the A button to go faster and just at top speed. But on normal or hard, you have to charge up his
And then there's no
arms.
more cycles after this, so you literally just mash the button the entire time. So since we skipped most of the story, so whenever you flew up the wall after that, that was a fake Scarlet, and then Chef's like, I'm going to tell your family you're an octopus, takes off your clothes and throws you in the aquarium. And now, then it gave you a flashback of like Chef was on the boat and there was a war, apparently, and so he's coming after you because you flung him off the boat, and this is you escaping the part of the aquarium.
We have $100 from Revenge of Bob. Says, looking forward to some 2-player, 1-controller Dark Souls because the game isn't hard enough already.
All right, here is a really good skip. I'll explain it once we do it, but so you fling yourself, you fly glitch out of that part, and since there's no actual wall back there, you fly and you can fly right out of the not wall, and then you stick your legs in there. Just
And
like
there
that.
We in there.
All right, this is the last and final level. The Chef trapped your family inside of a burning cafeteria. And he's like, I'm going to tell them you're an octopus.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Scarlet? All right, so Scarlet can throw you up there, and sometimes she can throw you, and you will fall back down, doing backup strats. Okay, so it didn't quite work. We can try to show it off after the run, and then
Okay.
I can explain it. So we're going to do some backup strats here. Octodad's going to fall and die.
Well, he just splats.
We're going to run to this side. Okay. We're going to run over here and activate Stacy's trigger.
I threw a chair into it. I thought it was fast.
So there's a strat we're going to try after this that you can activate both those cutscenes at the same time, which saves the most time in this game.
It's also pretty cool looking if you get it.
Dad?
Okay.
So Scarlet's going to throw because we activated a thing, or Stacy did, that makes it so that you can...
Ooh, that was...
Makes it so that the fish spray water that it gets rid of the fire. This way.
Okay.
And Scarlet can throw up perfectly on all three, but that's not a
2 of
very
3 is
rare
good.
occurrence. So we're going to call time, and I'm going to let the final cutscene play so you can see the rest of the story. Time is called as soon as I touch the Chef, so it's going to be right now.
So time.
We skipped the final cutscene.
Oh.
Okay.
Can you show it off?
Yeah.
Is there a place
So
to-
that's Octodad, and then at the very end right here, it turns out it was a whole giant live action film. And they make fun of things. They're like, wow, that lead character was sucky. Or like, why did they use live action for this? And it's just really funny. We're going to do the final level again, and I'm going to show the cutscene. I forgot. But we're going to try to do the skip. Just go to free play. All right, we're going to try and do the skip. It's a little finicky. I can explain it. If we can't do it in co-op, I can try it myself.
We'll just show the... If we don't get it, we'll just show the final cutscene.
Yeah.
Because...
Hurry, honey. I'll give you a boost. Stacy is
All right, I'm going to go over here fast. Oh,
Or
okay, Dad.
just get wedged in there.
All right, let's just restart the level.
Okay.
We got too stuck for that.
Octodad is a pretty fun speed game.
It's a little difficult, but... It's just because of the physics. All right, we can fly.
But I think that's actually what makes it really fun to do.
Oh dear.
Oh, we actually got it, but we...
All right, we're gonna do backup strats to hopefully this cutscene part just works.
There we
Okay,
go.
so he does that. So whenever you touch the final banana, there's a part where we did backup strats, but you want to be at the top, and you're gonna touch the final, but like you want to have your leg down so that the game thinks you're at the final banana, and it triggers the chef to run faster. And while he runs faster, he pushes objects really fast. And as you saw, whenever we did it, Stacy has a giant plank of wood that needs to fall so she can run to get the thing. And the chef will fling objects, and he'll fling objects so fast that it hits Stacy's cutscene trigger. And then he runs to get Tommy's cutscene trigger, so it all activates at the same time. All right, so here's the final cutscene. We're gonna be quiet for this.
What is happening right now? You really forgive me? Even for
So
the war?
Octodad forgives him for chasing him around trying to kill his family.
Your family really loves you, Octodad.
I don't think he meant to
I-
put the family in danger.
Not
He just wanted to tell everyone that he's an octopus. Then he kind of just waddles away.
Pretty much the best animation in the
Honey?
game.
So, this news will take some getting used to. But I was imagining much worse.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But next time, tell me 10 years earlier.
Wait a second. If
Tommy asked the best
that
question.
is an octopus, then where did me and Stacy come from? Seriously.
And that's Octodad Dadliest Catch
Yep.
Co-op. If you enjoyed the run, she speedruns the game, any percent, easy. Actually, do a lot of categories.
Yeah. There's a
But
glitches
she's-
category where you don't do any of the glitches, you go through kelp. It's interesting.
She's good at the game. I'm just
You're
kind of
alright.
here to help.
All right, so thank you very much to Geoff and misskaddykins. One more round of applause, guys. So coming up next, we have Murph Gator back again on Ninja Baseball Batman.